Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, we're going to react to Americans driving in the UK for the first time. So this should be, it should be fairly straightforward. Actually, to be honest, driving on the other side of the road does take some getting used to. Like when I drove in America, there were a few moments where, oh my God, we almost drove head on into a pickup truck. Like that was scary. I can't lie to you. But yeah, like the memories just come into my head. But once you can get over that, there's not really much else that's different. There's way less intersections. There's more roundabouts, but they're quite simple. You just give way to the right. Literally, that's it. If there's a car coming from the right, you give way, you let them pass. If it's clear, you go. The roads are smaller, though. The roads are smaller. The lanes are thinner. You don't have a lot of give. Parking spaces are smaller. Petrol and diesel is a lot more expensive. A lot more. What else? I'm trying to think of what else is different. That's pretty much it that I can think of, but I'm sure there's going to be more things that are shown in this video that I'm going to be like, oh, should have remembered that one. All right, so they're in Scotland maybe because of the bagpipes. Wow, look at the sheep. Are those lamb? I think those are lamb.
So the day has finally come. We are here in Scotland for the first time. So we just rented a camper van and we are about to take our family of 4 on the road to explore the beautiful landscapes of Scotland. But as you know, there's one little problem. Here in Scotland, they drive on the left side of the road and the steering wheel is on the right side. So that is something that is totally new for us. So I've never driven in the UK before, so we wanted to give you all our first reactions and thoughts.
Cool van. I like it.
Okay, so we just picked up the camper van, and now we're going to give it a test drive around the parking lot. Not gonna lie, I was up late last night watching YouTube videos about driving here in the UK and their crazy roundabouts. So here we go.
I just find that they're just so simple. I think once you've done it a couple of times, I think they're very, very simple. Very simple. Maybe it's just the bigger roundabouts with multiple lanes, I suppose, that it kind of gets confusing.
Park and brake. Can't forget that.
You can do it, brother.
Ooh, this is on the left side. So weird.
Well, luckily we got it automatic, so.
Yes. I can drive stick shift, and I usually do, but I didn't want to have one more thing to distract me while I'm driving.
Fair.
This is so weird. Okay,
You've got this. You've got this.
A little bit. Now we're gonna get on the main road for the first time.
Take the next right onto Lenziemel Road.
Yep. Is it clear? It's clear. It's clear. Off you go.
So weird because I'm
into the left lane.
Oh my gosh, I literally just was about to be like, you're on the wrong side of the road.
Come on.
It really is trippy right now.
To be honest, I felt the same way driving in the right-hand lane. I felt the same way.
I really thought you were on the wrong side of the road and you're hugging the curb. Which I had heard that you tend to
He
hug
looks so
the curb,
tense. Look at him.
because you're used to riding towards the curb in America.
just gotta keep on telling myself left, left, left.
Oh boy, you can do it. First roundabout.
Yep, it's clear. Oh, yep, it's clear. Stay on the left. Yep, and exit. There you go.
In 1,000 feet,
I feel like a driving instructor.
stay on A73.
Okay, this is insane because when he turned out of that parking lot, and all I did was look at the road and I saw he was on the far left, and I was like, you're on the wrong side. Well, because you are on the wrong side from what we're used to driving. I mean, it's nuts, isn't it? Is it nuts? Don't look at me. I'm like, don't look at me, but oh my goodness, like this is insane. Like I am also gonna drive, but I'm really scared to do it. So I don't know if I will or not. But this is no joke.
And also the miles per hour is throwing me off too, because we're used to driving in kilometers.
Yes, that's true. Where we've lived in Germany for almost 2 years.
But I mean, like, the speedometer will have both kilometers per hour and miles an hour, so you'll still be able to see how fast you're going.
We do kilometers per hour, and now we're back somewhere that is miles per hour. Yeah, that's nuts. I keep thinking we're gonna crash and run into cars and just run off the road. And now we're, gosh. Getting on the interstate. You focus. You just focus and drive. I mean, you guys, this is nuts to us.
At least the roads are quite empty. Like, there doesn't seem to be a lot of other cars on the road, so there's less chance of an accident happening if they make a mistake. Looks beautiful though, the scenery.
To the first stop of our trip, and after we got off the highway, we got on some of the back roads, and let me tell you, the back roads are so much tighter than what we're used to. It especially gets scary whenever you have like a semi truck or a big camper that's coming from the opposite direction. It gets really tight, so I really had to be careful and try to make sure I wasn't getting too close to the center line. So I really had to focus the whole time and didn't get to look around, although there was so much beautiful scenery just like everywhere. The mountains and the fields were just so gorgeous. But I mainly just had to focus on driving and didn't really get to look around much.
Poor guy, I could just imagine he was just like, I don't want to crash, I don't want to crash. Because some of the country lanes are very, very narrow. Like, they were built for horse and carriage. They weren't really built for cars. And they really had no business being split into two lanes, oncoming and, you know, heading the other way traffic. Like, it is sometimes really, you got to slow all the way down, like 10, 15 miles an hour if there's another car. Otherwise, you're going to clip your side mirrors.
Since I was trying to be careful, I would drive extra slow, and sometimes cars would kind of pile up behind me, but luckily there are lots of pullouts so that you can stop and let people pass, or if you just want to pull over to take in the views or have a picnic or something, they're everywhere.
I'm a little scared about driving, so I think I'm gonna give it a couple days and let Lucas do all the driving and just see how it get acquainted with the road, and then I'll give it a shot.
After a few days of me driving, now it's time for Maria to drive for the first time.
Here we go.
in Scotland.
Oh boy.
Say, Maria, before you get started.
I'm really scared. Like, I really am scared. I just don't know what to expect, and since we've been here sitting on that side of the car, it's terrifying watching Lucas on the other side of the road, crossing traffic. It's just something that we're not used to driving in the States. So here we go. I'm very terrified right now.
You've got this. It's all good. Just take a deep breath, stay in the left, and don't crash.
Okay. Just gonna drive around in this parking lot for a little bit before.
Yeah, get used to the handling of the car.
See, it's hard to say in the parking lot because there's no cars coming at me, and I feel like I'm pushing the wrong.
I feel like, do they need a camper van? They should have got maybe something smaller, something a bit more nimble, especially on the tighter roads. Maybe they should have got like a station wagon, like an estate car.
You know,
Bit smaller.
I'm afraid I'm gonna hit somebody. think my main goal is to just like go slow, you know, and not rush. I think that's the goal, is to not freak out. I think I'm just gonna go for it. I don't think I need to do any more practice.
In 150 feet, turn right onto 82.
I feel like I'm about to throw up.
Come on.
Watch this curb.
See? Okay, what
Take
am I
it to
doing?
the right.
Right? So I have to look.
left lane.
Yep. Wait till it's clear.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Indicator.
I feel like I'm learning how to drive all over again when I was 16 with my mom and dad. That's what I feel like. Okay.
And it's clear.
Continue on 82 for 30 miles.
It's easy, see?
I feel like I'm in the middle of the road. Gosh, there's a car. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, you're gonna crash!
Okay.
Oh my god, I would be such an arsehole in this situation if I was the guy, Lucas, but then you've got the kids in the car, you can't do anything too silly. Oh
I
man.
think the scariest thing that I'm really freaked out about is the roundabouts, you know? I think that's the only thing that really freaks me out. That's what's gonna like really scare me, is the roundabouts. And hopefully, you know, we're not gonna hit any today, because I prefer us not to have to go through any, but we will see if I have to. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good. But see, we're in this like kind of town. We're not on a back road yet where I'm gonna like meet semi trucks yet. So I feel pretty good right now. Well, I drove for probably about 5 minutes, and then we got
She
a
had
flat
enough.
tire.
No.
So, yeah.
Flat tire? What are the odds? What are the odds?
I
No
hit a
way.
curb, and then
Ah.
later on down the road, I kind of ran off the road and hit. I guess it was like a ditch, rocky area, and then the pressure light came on, and
Dang.
so let's just say that I'm not driving anymore on this trip.
Oh no. It's part of the fun.
We made it to our campsite
Look at the baby.
here in Fort Williams. After the flat tire mess, we got a tow truck, and the guy who drove us here was just amazing. He was so kind, and he gave us some tips of the area to do some like hikes and other things to check out when we're in Glen Cove later. We just really hope that we can get this tire changed, because Lucas is wanting to climb Ben Nevis. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens in the morning.
We just got the tire changed. Now we're back on the road, and we're gonna check out Glen Cove.
All right.
I'm never driving ever again.
No,
here.
don't do that. Don't do that. Like, try again. Come on. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
In the UK.
Yeah, the Scottish scenery is pretty beautiful. The Highlands. See, they've got a drone. I need to get a drone.
So we're finishing up our trip here in Scotland, and I have to say that before coming here, I really was worried about driving, but after driving here for like a day or two, I felt like I was more comfortable and it felt natural. I do think that you have to stay more aware of your surroundings while you're driving here. I think the hardest part for us was being aware of where we were in the lane and not being too close to the shoulder. I think that was our main problem. As we were driving, the left tire got too close to the shoulder, went off the edge, and hit a pothole, and that's how we got our flat tire. I will say that some of the most beautiful sights that we saw could not be reached by tour bus or public transportation. Overall, I think the roads may be a little bit more narrow, or maybe not quite as nice as the roads in Germany where we live, but overall, I think that it's not as scary as people make it out to be. So rent a car, come explore the UK, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Absolutely. Fair play. At least she gave it a shot. I just hope that she doesn't completely, like, quit and never drives again in the UK. Because I think a lot of people, you know, at first, they're not going to take to it like a duck to water. The narrower roads definitely have an impact on you have to be hyper aware, constantly looking, you know. A lot of people have those magic mirrors in their left side view mirror that will show how close you are to the curb for that very reason, so that you don't, you know, get close to the curb until like you've built up a lot of years experience and you kind of have that natural feeling for how far away you are from the curb. So honestly, she shouldn't, like, don't sweat it. Lots of people make mistakes, and driving in America, like for me, you know, it wasn't that easy too, because everything you're doing, you have to think opposite. The wider lanes definitely help a lot, to be honest. But, you know, when you're like merging into other like motorways, highways and things like that, it's the same problem that we face too. So yeah, it's like, she shouldn't feel like, you know, like, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.